Alright, a very quick video. It's kind of a little follow-on video from the World Cup stuff. And it's just an interesting little number jump that I thought was worthy of a little video by itself. Because there's a little story that goes along with this, right? So the final score 3-3. Okay, so we have the Christ death, and obviously from the death is obviously comes the resurrection as well. So this 33 is all about dying and being reborn in my eyes. That's what it's all about, right? But what happens in the system and what we saw in the game was what am I trying to say here? Messi has a hard time trying to win the game. He can't get ahead in the game, right? Every time he does something, there's a counter move by the system to Mbappe, counters his maneuver or his score, and sort of pulls him. I don't know how the best way to describe this, but pulls him back into the system, right? So he's never ahead, right? So anyway, the final game ends up being a draw, and the reason why we have this reference to the 3-3 is because, again, you know, Messi and Mbappe are representing the twins again. Yeah, the sun and the moon. The eclipse, the black pearl, and the sun. Yeah. So what we've got going on is we've got these two just jostling backwards and forwards, right? And so we end up with a tie. Okay. What ends up happening is Messi is tied. He's tied into the system, into the fictional system. He's tied, yeah? What do we wear when we go to work? We wear a necktie, yeah? You know, when we are, you know, the hanged man, we have the tie around our neck, yeah? What are our ties to the matrix? Our contracts that we have? That's our ties into the matrix, right? So we are tied to this thing, yeah? Calm down, get to the point. So we're tied to the matrix. Alright, so this is a 3-3 result, and we are tied to the matrix. We need a tiebreaker. In order to be reborn, we need to break those ties. Right? We need to let go of the false ego. So we need to the self-sacrifice there, the sacrificial death, so that we can be reborn, right? So we need a tiebreaker. Here's the tiebreaker. Here, 4-2. 4-2 is the tiebreaker, right? 4-2 is the tiebreaker. Let's do a number jump now. I'll get to the point, Dan. December the 18th, right? December the 18th. Let's do a 42-day number jump, right? From the 18th, let's double check that I got this right, yeah. 42 days on from December the 18th when the game was played. Where do we end up? January the 29th. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that January the 29th is our upcoming big day for the Hoover Dam to have a crack in it. Maybe a big crack. Okay. But again, that's the tie. That's the system that's tying you. That's what the Hoover Dam represents. It's the system that's tying you. It's the fictional system that you are stuck inside. Or that man is stuck inside there. Okay? And that's the thing that has to be released. Okay? We need a tiebreaker. Yeah? The Hoover Dam is blocking off is tying those two sides together. Okay, the two sides of the canyon together. And unfortunately, you've got to look a little bit at the context of the story on how those two things are tied together. And right now, what we are tied, but not in a good way, to our fictional person, straw man, whatever you want to call that entity, the birth certificate person. That's the tie into the matrix. That's our false ego as well. Yeah. So that's that false tie. That's the tie that needs to break, that's holding us back from going down the river. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting. 29th of January, 42 days on, the tiebreaker. I'm going to end it there. All right. Cheers. Bye.